Now we rising. All of a sudden, y'all got all luring more gods back into. That's how the Moors. That's how we fell the first time. The Moors was pillow talking, sleeping with the human, with the women, with the. It's like I'm still helping promote an agenda.
So we're not gonna be disrespectful and butcher names, but we just gonna read along, right? These two men that lived at the time was a pharaoh. They are most notably known for their burial and depiction in picture where historians speculated that they were homosexuals who lived secret lives, secretly in love with one another, even though both of these men had wives, surprisingly, even children. Their families decided to bury them together. The most convincing evidence and the most popular one of them being gay is the painting on their tombs where they stand very close to each other. Their nose is touching and both of them embracing each other. In ancient Egyptian art, this sort of depiction, right? Excuse me, is usually signified as a kiss, and people would associate the people in the paintings as being partners. Furthermore, there was no indication of intimacy of either of their wives, who were also presented as illustrations in the burial site walls, right? So, however, historians also try to justify picture by claiming that these two individuals are conjoined twins, but that does not explain how they live separate lives with each wife, right? Let's talk about it. No. So we know now, right? After looking at this picture right here, right? Let's look at this picture. It's two, come on now. It's two men standing. Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Them face, body to body, Ace Hood. Body to we should be. Come on, man. So that gay stuff started in Egypt. Nothing is new under the sun. Understand that. Understand it. Although it wasn't normal and the Egyptians didn't accept, but it started in Egypt. And what ruined us is when these people, right, these gay people, they started their own communities outside of Egypt, right? So they were gods. They started their own communities, right, which would be known as the Christians, the Moors, the such and such, because everything falls underneath something, right? This is why you have Christians. Why do you think there are, right, when you be seeing these Christians and these other groups use the pyramid in the background, wouldn't that be like blasphemy in a sense, right? So shouldn't they be like striked down if they are blaspheming? That's how you know they're not blaspheming, because they are from that original tribe. So they're using pyramids inside of homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's not, you can be homo, that's on you. I don't care. So not only that, you had another man's arm over your chest. I mean, over your shoulder. So that, come on now. Moving along, right? We look at this picture right here, right? And we see that there is a man, right? With his sword pointing at another dude, right? And that dude here, he looked like he from Rome. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all got to understand that a lot of these people that came from Egypt started their own society in another group and put on a mask.
Dead ringer from Michael Jackson. If you're not watching television, turn and look at this. Here's a side-by-side.
Then we look at this picture, right? It looked like some people are carrying things over their head, right? But then you got a man in the middle, you know what I'm saying, holding another man's head down. And then you got that other man grabbing his side and his inner thigh, right? So come on now. Y'all are not warring out there. You know what I'm saying? What is y'all doing? What is y'all doing? They been doing this, bro. So don't think like, oh yeah, this is no. And I'm finna expose that. I'm finna show you how they've been doing. So when you think about what really drove the Moors and deception in the community, it was literally people not agreeing with one another. Like today, literally, people didn't agree, so they left and started their own community. That's just what it was. But within that community, they still stood by the rules. You know what I'm saying? There was laws and rules and stuff. You feel me?
It's like I'm still helping promote an agenda. Of man, the ape was the original man.
I've been telling y'all this. I already got a lecture on it. Y'all go see, what's the name of the lecture? It's not really a lecture, but it's kind of, It's called I Bet You Never Heard Nothing Like This. You know what I'm saying? It got the aliens, the monkeys. I pretty much was kind of breaking it down. So go watch that video. You know what I'm saying? Go watch it.
When you dropping that heart, drop them green hearts, y'all, because we in heart chakra week. Nigga, our hearts don't look like that. That is the vortex.
But young Pharaoh told us it was a whole dude named Valentine that we pretty much practiced. Either way it go, both of y'all telling two different stories, right? So this is why I always say do y'all research, because like it's not gonna line up. Because why?
And they're really not microorganisms. They're really actual entities and beings, souls and spirits that live in a different realm. They live at a lower vibration. And science don't understand that.
All right, look, so if we talking about the first dimension being on a lower level or a lower vibration, which I don't agree with, right? Then we need to consider, and by that concept, we would be in a lower vibration than the 9th dimension, the 10th dimension, right? With that being said, right, we know that a lot of these organisms look like cells, sperm cells, right? And they have life, right? They have souls, right? So would that not be their first life in the first dimension? So if we understand that, right, then how are they low vibing? You know what I'm saying? Don't we have people that vibrate high on this realm or on this earth? But this would be a lower version or a lower vibration than the 9th dimension, right? That don't even make no sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna kill this, right? Hold on. So what I'm saying is, there is no negative dimension. You know what I'm saying? It's no negative dimension. These are just experiences that you're having. You understand what I'm saying? Because people, watch this, right? Satan could be in hell, right? But he'll think it's the greatest place ever, right? But you will be in hell and it'll be hell. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all about the experience. It's subjective is what I'm saying, right? So, and also in each realm, there's a God. So there's a God in the first dimension. You understand what I'm saying? There isn't like, bro, we're not on the first dimension, so how can we rule that dimension, right? So you don't physically have a body that can, basically that is interdimensional. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm getting at is, right, well, your body it's not interdimensional as of now, right? So this is why I told you the Egyptians, they had to grow different body parts, fish faces and all of that, right? So, if you in the 5th and 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th dimension, physically, you have physical access because you gained a physical limb or something. Now, you may have spiritual access, or you know what I'm saying, just being, you may be consciously aware of it, but you're not physically there.
Microorganisms exist on the first dimension. Right now, we are at the 5th and 6th dimension, just basically as a planet. But before 2020, we was on 3D, the 3rd dimension. Why? Because we had a higher vibration mentally. So you see things that other people don't see. Myself, I'm on like 11D, right?
So he just told y'all he was on 9D and y'all bought it. What I'm getting at is, if you on 9D, right? First of all, you stuck in 3D. No matter how many times you go to the 9th dimension, you're still physically stuck in this body. So how are you in the 9th dimension? You're still in 3D, boy. So what you're saying is those species don't have a consciousness. They don't have a chosen one that is going to advance to the next dimension. Okay. So y'all do know dimensions are like dream worlds, right? So if you were to travel to the ninth dimension, don't you think you would see Rashad Jamal? If that's the case, the only reason you able to access these other realms in the first place is because of mummies, ancestors, your soul DNA, which all ties into the ancestors, and all of the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you be riding them pony, you be seeing them videos of a dude. He'll be riding a pony, and all of a sudden he'll go through another dimension because he had to have access to a spiritual or magical being or something with a magical property, right? You're not just gonna walk through a dimension. It don't work like that. You're not just gonna access a dimension and be living there.
Or density. The D really stands for density.
So if the D stands for density, right? By that logic, the higher the D, the more the density, right? But if that's the case, why when you go higher in density, things become less dense? So spiritual, like, so a spirit won't be as dense as a physical body, but they are on a higher realm. Then on top of that, right, there is no weight to the you moving up in density but down in weight. That don't even make sense.
Too many lectures on this moon. The whole movie Soul came from my lecture. It's still on.
So Soul, the movie, came out because Rashad Jamal made a lecture. So Disney is thinking about Rashad Jamal. Are you serious? Are you serious? Bro, you can't be serious, bro. That's like saying Disney was worried about Malcolm X or Martin. They not. You gonna take yourself out. They're not worried about you. Come on, man. Bro, that's a tactic to keep you thinking like they actually watching you, right? But it's putting you, it's locking your consciousness up because it's making you chase your tail because no one is actually watching you. You understand what I'm saying? That make you feel like smaller individuals. It creates paranoia in the smaller individuals because if you do something on a small base, you see your top dog, your teacher do something, they breathing down his neck, and all of a sudden you think they breathing down your neck, and it's not happening that way.
A hoe is a garden tool, and a motherfucker is just a mother, and what's a fucker, right?
Incorrect. A mother effer is a term used for back in the days when, you know, slaves, you know what I'm saying, they would take the son and then the mother, and they would put a bag over the mother's face, over the son's face and over the mother's face. No one seed one another, they got it in. That's what it is. So don't come on here like a mother effer is the... No, stop lying. So, mother effer is a curse word. You're cursing that person to do things with you know what I'm saying?
Y'all want to still say the word man, you better be talking about somebody white. Because the only man refers to mankind. And what is luring more gods back into, that's how we failed the first time. The Moors was pillow talking, sleeping with the women.
That's incorrect. So when you talk about man, when you use the word man, you use human, right? H-U-E, man, right? Man of color, right? So what are you talking about? Talking about some mankind. Wrong.
Just continue to live longer through your avatar. Same thing with you, God. You donating seed to her, Now y'all done had a little mulatto or something. Y'all done had y'all little Steph Curry. And now Steph Curry on some sellout shit. That's how we got Booker T. Washington. That's how you end up with them Steph Curry. That's Richard Jackson.
So what happened with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and you know, LeBron James and Nas and Tupac and come on now, all of them sellouts. So don't try to, oh, because you're using a white man's or a white woman's seed, they're gonna be a sellout. No, no, no. And if that's the case, right, wouldn't they be vibing higher than the average white man? Considering the white man has white DNA, right? And we have black DEA. If we mix our DEA with their DNA, wouldn't that white man or white woman be higher in vibration and frequency and want to live out a different life? I just don't understand, bro.
Do to be able to get this information out without them shutting lives down, getting kicked off. I done got kicked off every platform. That's what I'm known for, nigga. That's why y'all follow me like shit.
I try to tell y'all, look, see, it's a marketing technique. He said, that's why y'all follow me. That's what I'm known for, right? So when you see somebody get kicked off a platform, you feel like, whoa, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Saying something very interesting. You know what I mean? And they already know that. The people that support him, that back him up, already know that that's a marketing technique. So they're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when these rappers, you know what I'm saying, they go to jail and it don't be for no real jail. You know what I'm saying? Just like when YP had that fake beef with you, with Rashad Jamal. It's just like when, you know what I'm saying, when YP had that fake stuff going on with Golden Beauty and he admitted to it. It's all here for publicity. It gives you more money. It brings in more people. Keep that in mind.
Is all you got to offer, niggas? Where was you at when my ancestors was strung up on these trees down here in racist Georgia like this? Hanging, dead, gone, hanging, burnt at the stake, heresy. Where was you at?
Speaking on being burnt at the stake, right? A lot of witches and magicians were burnt at the stake. Do you understand that? Because they knew regular things could not harm these people. They had to use an element from the earth, right? Understand? So, it's essentially using their own magic against them, right? Because, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's why Jesus was on the stake too, because he was a magician as well. So y'all got to understand, a lot of these things that were happening was because of, you know what I'm saying, people having magic abilities. You feel what I'm saying? And they didn't want people to use those abilities against basically the opposing party, right? So yeah, bro, just keep that in mind. Like, most of the people, and you got to think that some of the people that helped out the black people back then were white, because they also learned from that community. You understand what I'm saying? So don't think that it wasn't white people being burned at the stake too.